Cool, great. So let's carry on. So we're moving on next to this issue of corresponding accounting periods. In class, I might have highlighted the fact that groups, because one parent company might buy, if you like, another business, typically they won't naturally have the same accounting periods. They won't enjoy the same accounting periods just because, if you like, companies are still allowed to do their own business. But when it comes to dealing with this issue of sharing gains and losses, it must be done for corresponding accounting periods. In corporate reporting, typically you can, if there's more than a 3-month gap, subsidiary companies will most likely have to align or will have to align and prepare their accounts to align with the accounting period of the parent. If it's under 3 months, then they could just pretend they have very similar. They have the exact same year end. It doesn't really matter. You could add it, but for taxation purposes, we must literally work with the corresponding accounting periods. So what are we saying here? Losses surrendered for a group. So if you're going to be surrendering losses for a group, you must match it with the corresponding accounting period for the parent, or when I say the parent, the person who's claiming who wants that loss. We have to match it to sort of see whether or not how much of it we're going to give. So let's see how this works. I think that's, again, as usual, the best thing is to do an example. And it's not tricky. You just have to be very cautious with it. Right, so what are we saying here? We have here, I'll use 2 different pen colors. So here is the surrendering company. They're the ones with the loss. They're the ones with the power. And here they have a trading loss of 52,300 over 3 months, 52,300. And here is the 1st of February, 18 to the 31st of January, 19. I will change my pen color and I will go here. And then what we now have is a total taxable profits of Windsor, the 12-month period. So now this is the loss, if you like. Now I have a parent company, or yes, right, Windsor is the parent. So subsidiary, parent, and the parent, you can see here it says that they have a 12-month period to the 30th of September. So I'm just going to do this. So these guys start on the 1st of October 17 to the 30th of September 18. Of course, there's a second period here that goes to the 30th of September 19. Okay, great. So let's just change my pen color again. What I see here is that Windsor has accounting profits of 19,700 here and 59,000 here. So what we have to do is we have to look at the corresponding, because this is what's corresponding. This period corresponds to this, and this period, because we're dealing with 2 separate periods here. This corresponds to this. So corresponding period 1 and corresponding period 2. That's the task we have. So I have to split this 52,300 into these 2 corresponding into these 2 periods. So, and then deal with it, if you like, and that's kind of how it's done. It's just based on those periods. I mean, on the one hand, you would just have said, well, Lillian, why can't I just kind of do from here, find this and do this and add the whole thing together? No, because the thing is, they're actually done in different periods. So, this is not, if you like, this is if you remember that we're dealing with chargeable accounting periods here, and it's the person who's claiming, it's the claimant will prepare their accounts, if you like. They're the ones claiming the loss. So when I say claiming the loss, they're the ones getting the loss. So it has to be done according to the chargeable accounting periods. Great. So what do I do? 52,300, 52,300. And what do I have here? I have here February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 1, 2, so 8 months here and 4 months here. Same thing here, 8 months here, 4 months here. So I have 8 months of 52,300. So 8 over 12 times 52,300. Here I have 4 over 12 times 52,300. So here I have here 34,867. And here, which is the balancing figure, of course, I have here 17,433. So here I have 8 months of this period, if you like, and so 8 months you have 8 over 12 times 19,700, which gives me 13,133. And here I have 4 months of this period, 4 over 12 times 59,000, which gives me 19,666. Okay, right. So what do we have? Let me change my pen color here. What I have here is a subsidiary that is able to give £34,867,000 worth of losses, but a parent that can only accept 13,133. Right? That's all. You can't accept losses to turn your profits into losses. So the maximum that they can accept in this period is 13,133. When I look at this period, I have a parent that is able to accept up to 19,666, but a subsidiary that only has 17,433 in that period. That's all you can do. So all you can give them is therefore this 17,433, which is why it comes back to this idea of it is the lower of, if you like, that you always give, just because of the way it naturally works. You cannot give more than you have, and you can't accept. In this, the subsidiary can't give more than they have, which is scenario here, but here the parent is restricted, if you like, to what they can accept in this situation. So ultimately, the overall maximum group relief is the 13,133 plus the 17,433, albeit in different periods. Oh, great. So that's that one. That's that. And that comes to plus 17,433, which is 30,000. Oops, sorry. 30,566. That's that one. Cool. Great stuff. Right, let's carry on. I don't even know what time it is, but I think I will definitely look at this next one here and tie this up in one. So a couple of issues here, a number of things. Companies, as you can imagine, when a company leaves a group, you would expect, right, that we can only kind of use losses when they were part of our group. So group relief is only available for corresponding accounting periods when both companies were members of the same group. Once they've left, then we have to time apportion, if you like, their time with us. So that's kind of the key point. Again, I highlight this idea of surrendering losses. So the people with losses have losses, they have the power. That's the issue here. They have the power, and in effect, they can decide how they use those losses. So they can be, they can really be creative with those losses. So, I mean, we're just going to look at it from the point of view that the parent, we're not really interested as to whether or not, I'm going to always work with the parent. I'm going to pretend the parent is the one, because it just helps me speak faster. I'm going to pretend the parent is the one who's always needing the losses, and the subsidiary has made the losses. So typically, because you can, again, like I say, you can see, I'm just going to say here, because, for example, imagine you've made all these losses. Because you can give losses, imagine you have your own profits. Because you can give group losses, group relief first, if you like, because you can do this first, you can make sure you have enough to fix, if you like, what is remaining to be offset, so you can actually avoid the wastage of QCDs. Remember that if you use your losses in your year, to carry back, you have to do current year and then carry back. This is your initial problem. So if you do current year, you hit and you will lose your QCDs, and then you carry back, which you lose QCDs as well and you carry back. So the question here is, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give group relief first, make sure again, well, you will always suffer. Before you can carry back, you have to use against all your, so it's unfortunate, you probably always lose your QCDs there. But at least you will be able to fix to a certain extent what you can use against your current year claim. Depends on how much your losses are. So we need numbers, right? So we can talk all day, but the key point is seeing how this actually works in reality. So what we have here in this example is a company called Hertz, and Hertz has the following results. So Hertz has this loss, if you like, and Hertz, if you like, is the one with the power. Hertz has this loss of 726,000. So in this example, actually, Hertz doesn't have any QCDs. But what's interesting here is that to prevent Hertz from losing its QCDs from the previous year, we just have to be sort of coy about this. We can see here that, I know what I'll do. I'll give enough of a loss away to the parent such that I have just enough to come back to wipe out my own loss first, and then whatever's left offsets this and leaves just enough of a profit to take out the QCDs. So that's the target, that's the skill. So the question here is, okay, what is that amount I'm going to give to the parent? And that amount has to be, well, 726,000. Well, I want to make sure I take out what I have, 60,300, of course, plus 29,800, which is for my year. Okay, so I'm thinking, right, great. But then I also want to make sure I also take out 367,200 plus 91,400 plus 11,900 minus 28,100 in here. Just so I'm just going to do this bit first. So here we have 36, and I'll play it out. 36,000, 367,200 plus 11,900 plus 91,400 minus 28,000. Sorry, 29,000. Sorry, 28,100, and that's 442,400. And here I have here 67,300 plus 29,800, and here I have 97,100. So now let's see what this looks like. So what am I saying? I'm saying this. So I have in 18, the year 18, gains of 67,300 and gains of 29,800. Okay, great. What I will do, you can see I'm almost fixing this. You know, there's no way I could have known this without having to try and fix it or make it work for me. So I use that. So, I mean, literally, then I have, I'll say it this way, then I'll go back to it. Then I have year 17, and then I had here, of course, 367,200, and then you had 11,900, and you had 91,400. So really, what really happened was that 726 minus this, 726,000 minus 97,100 minus 442,400 is 186,500, right? This minus this gives me 186,500. So what I say is this, okay, I'm going to give 186,500 to the parent, which leaves me with, of course, 726 minus 186,500, which is this plus this, of course. So that means that, okay, then, what can I now use in my year? Well, I'll use that, and I'll use the balance of 442,400, which leaves me with 28,000 100, and that is it allows me to wipe out my QCDs 28,100, and then I have So really what's happened here is I've given 186,500. I've planned it such that I've given 186,500, and I therefore now only have just the right amounts to enable me use all my reliefs in that year. The problem, of course, when I say the problem, is if you had had any QCDs here, these would have been wasted, if you like, because you can't preserve those. Okay. Great, and that's that. I don't know how many minutes I've done, but that's kind of that for that. And then we'll come back in the next video and start on capital gains.